When he went to attend his brother's funeral, he inadvertently learned a gang subordinate, while he was serving time, actually violated his daughter, although his daughter didn't want to talk about it. This was something Dwight had to ask about.
Just tell me what?
I'm asking you. Promise me you won't do anything.
Once the Dragon King becomes enraged, no one can stop his steps toward revenge. Dwight stormed into the hospital full of deadly intent. He took the fall for the boss's son and served a full 25 years in prison. The boss was cold and heartless, but he didn't hold it against him, but tolerating a subordinate harming his own daughter. This undoubtedly touched Dwight's reverse scale.
You didn't.
After a death stare, Dwight was certain the boss truly knew nothing about it. But this matter was far from over. He would personally take the life of the subordinate who violated his daughter. On the other side, that subordinate was drinking and playing poker. Little did he know the Grim Reaper was about to arrive.
My fucking daughter!
Dwight completely ignored Chi-Chi's attempts to stop him, daring to violate his daughter. Then today he must meet his end.
You clean it up.
Dwight had just eliminated the subordinate. Chi-Chi immediately ran to tattle to his father. Dwight killed one of his men without permission, making him his second-in-command lose face. He wanted to send people to assassinate Dwight, and eliminate his daughter as well. The old man couldn't sit still after hearing this.
Daughter! His fucking daughter! What did his daughter do? Huh? Nico, that fucking cocksucker! I'd have skinned him alive.
Although the old man was cold and heartless, after all, Dwight was his brother through life. As the New York mafia boss, he understood one principle well.
But how much more disrespect are we gonna take? This fucking Dwight. Dwight. Worry about yourself! If you were half the man he was, this would have never happened. Why do you make me treat you like this? Huh?
The old man would never have imagined that this scolding of his son would later bring fatal disaster upon himself. And the reason Chi-Chi was so eager to eliminate Dwight, the main reason, was that he feared Dwight would settle scores with him later. Do you think Chi-Chi had nothing to do with Dwight's daughter being violated? Dwight was once the mafia's number 2, and even more so, a brother through life and death with the boss. If it wasn't under his orders, how would that subordinate of his dare to touch Dwight's daughter? And besides that, Dwight had extremely high prestige within the mafia. Chi-Chi first exiled him to Tulsa. Now he was finding excuses to eliminate him. It was simply because he worried Dwight would threaten his position. This kind of person was sinister, ruthless, and petty, but deep down also cowardly and weak, not daring to confront Dwight head-on. But this kind of person won't self-reflect. They only turn their inner resentment into hatred and jealousy. On the other side, having avenged his great grievance, Dwight came to his daughter's flower shop. His daughter already resented his gang lifestyle, and now he had eliminated someone again. His daughter was even more disgusted with him. If it weren't for him being involved with gangs, she wouldn't have lost 25 years of fatherly love. But Dwight, as a father, had to do certain things.
I know I haven't acted like one, but I'm your father. And I love you. I wasted my life. I know that. And every bad thing that happened to you happened because I bought into this lie.
You just destroyed my life.
Between father and daughter, and it can't be explained, but it's in the blood.
He confessed to his daughter his heartfelt guilt, but freezing 3 feet of ice is not the work of a single day, let alone a full 25 years. His daughter couldn't easily let go of her resentment toward him, and he knew this well. He could only drag his lonely figure wandering in remote lands. Dwight soon returned to Tulsa, only to see Little Black, who came to pick him up covered in injuries. Even the Lincoln's windshield was smashed. It turned out that during the days he was away, Tulsa had descended into chaos. Remember the biker gang mentioned in the last episode? This was a local criminal organization in Tulsa that monopolized Tulsa's laughing gas market, and Dwight openly selling laughing gas undoubtedly violated their interests. The other party definitely wouldn't let it go. The biker gang boss had his subordinates bribe 2 corrupt cops to help them retaliate against Dwight. It happened that Dwight went to New York to attend his brother's funeral, and Little Black was just driving his Lincoln around aimlessly. That day, he was pulled over by the corrupt cops, pulling over a car for routine inspection you can't refute, framing and planting illegal items you can't explain yourself. Just like that, Little Black was thrown into the detention center in confusion, taking advantage of Little Black's urgent need to urinate. The corrupt cops forced him to reveal his phone password. Otherwise, he would have to relieve himself on the cell floor drain in front of everyone.
051944.
Bingo! Show that man the head.
My pleasure.
Little Black never expected. The corrupt cops handed his phone to the biker gang, and this really hurt Bodie badly, because Bodie was a frequent contact on Little Black's phone. Just as the hood was removed from his head, a blade was pressed against his neck. The gang boss wanted to know what kind of people were around Dwight.
Tyson Mitchell, tell me about him.
I barely know him.
And that your name is in the frequent contacts of his cell phone?
I do business with his boss, Dwight Manfredi.
And he is.
The bane of his fucking existence.
Bodie was right. Ever since Dwight's first visit, his life had indeed become much more exciting, and if he wanted to keep his life, he could only obediently comply and act meek. Then the two corrupt cops escorted him to Mitch's bar, but they obviously came to the wrong place, because the owner Mitch was not someone to mess with. His attitude was tough. He refused to cooperate with the corrupt cops' interview.
Fuck out of my joint.
Excuse me?
You want it in fucking sign language?
I suggest in the strongest of terms, you take it down a notch.
And I suggest, since this establishment is situated on Cherokee land where you have absolutely no authority, that you get your fat, sorry fucking cottage cheese asses out of here.
As the saying goes, good people fear bad people fear vicious people. Moreover, the corrupt cops had no arrest warrant. Even encountering a tough guy, they were equally helpless.
I'll see you soon.
Looking forward to it.
After things settled down on this end, Dwight also happened to return. He never expected. So many things would happen in just a few days. Little Black took him to Bodie's pharmacy, but the place was already deserted. Bodie's phone couldn't be reached either. It turned out this guy was so traumatized. He went into hiding to meditate and calm his nerves. But he didn't have peace for many days. The FBI came knocking on his door.
I'd like to ask you a few questions about a Dwight Manfredi.
Any Dwight Manfredi, or did you have a particular one in mind?
It turned out they received information that Dwight was doing illegal business here, so they turned the place upside down, but didn't find any illegal items at all. But it wasn't completely fruitless.
Boss, found a safe in back.
Good heavens. That was all of Bodie's savings. On this side, Dwight received word. The biker gang wanted to talk with him. Dwight calmly accepted the invitation. After all, he had studied Sunday Tu's Art of War. Winning without fighting is the best of the best. Problems that can be solved through negotiation. Why must force be used? As soon as both sides met, the biker gang boss accused Dwight of being an invader, stealing their turf.
You tell me what should be done about this interloper.
Dwight didn't like hearing this. Everyone was doing illegal activities. Did crime require a first-come, first-served basis?
This land belongs to you and me.
If you, sir, had come to me like a gentleman, hat in hand, asked my permission, offered me a taste, none of these unpleasantries would have unfolded now, would they?
Now, don't get me wrong, and I mean this with all due disrespect. There's not a thing you or anybody is going to do about it.
Sir, you're overplaying your hand.
When I play my hand, you won't see it coming. And next time we meet, pick a place with a fucking air conditioner.
Dwight didn't want to do the laughing gas business anymore anyway. He had studied military strategy and understood avoiding harm. No need to fight to the death over one line of business. But he couldn't lose his momentum. Afterwards, several people returned to the bar to drink and celebrate, discussing together what to do next. And right at this moment, Bodie walked in looking dejected. Mitch immediately went up to search him, to see if he was wearing a wire, because they weren't sure if he had been turned by the FBI. But in fact, Bodie had not betrayed Dwight. After spending this time together, they were no longer simply business partners. They had transformed into brothers who shared hardships through life and death. Although the FBI confiscated Bodie's safe and all his goods, he who loved money like his life didn't blame Dwight in the slightest. Just for this alone, Dwight had to give him a great gift.
Stay there.
Mitch brought over 2 large bags from the back room. They looked like they contained quite a lot.
You're welcome.
What's that?
It turned out that in the safe the FBI took away. Besides half a cigar stub that Dwight had left, there was nothing. Bodie recovered what he had lost. So he...
Hey, don't you fucking kiss me.
Do you mind if I join you for dinner?
Please do.
Dwight didn't pocket this huge sum of money, but returned it all in full. With his actions, He won the love and respect of his brothers. Such a principled old tough guy, tell me who could resist him.